Ever since I had Tommy on brand pitch, I've been hassling him to send me one of the Real Hockey brand sticks. He's finally caved and sent me this one, which is the SpicyX stick in lime green. This stick weighs in at 540 grams and has a balance point of 39 centimeters from the head of the stick. The stick features an extreme low bow profile and has a 95% Textreme Carbon composition. This stick had a higher weight and balance point. It gave it a really nice balance on the ball. Enough weight behind the ball to ride through challenges, but nimble enough that you could move the ball around quickly. The extra weight also made it easier to control awkward passes coming in. The aggressive low bow profile is something you have to be very aware of when you receive the ball. If you let the head of the stick get in front of your hands when you're receiving the ball will travel up the stick and into the air. You can use this to beat a player if you are used to this profile, but it can cause some issues if this is your first time switching to an extreme low bow profile. I found the stick to be really good when running with the ball. The touch compound on the head of the stick worked really well, and the balance allows you to drag the ball very easily, moving the ball from one side to the other quickly. I especially like carrying the ball on reverse. The extra weight made me feel stronger on the ball even when carrying the ball one-handed, and the angle of the face and touch compound work really well together to keep the ball under control. The higher weight and high carbon content gave the stick a really fantastic power transfer when hitting. You could easily fire the ball into the corners of the goal, generating a lot of momentum. With the aggressive extreme low bow profile, if you lean back, it was very easy to get under the ball, and that high power transfer would cause the ball to fly over the goal. Once I got used to the face angle and had it really dialed in, the stick was fantastic for shooting and finding those top corners. When hitting passes, you have to make sure that your hands stay over the top of the ball to keep it flat and avoid it bobbling and bouncing to your teammates and making it difficult to control. But that power transfer was still fantastic, and it gave me amazing confidence when hitting passes. Slap passes with this stick were also fantastic, as the extra weight made it feel like the stick was always making a strong connection, and so I could easily fire the ball around using a disguise pass or a slap pass if transferring the ball around the back of the pitch. The stick has a thin reverse edge, so you really have to focus on your technique when hitting with this stick. The stick still has that fantastic power transfer, so you can easily ping the ball into the corners once you've got it dialed in. But if you don't hit through the middle of the ball, it's very easy to fire the ball over the crossbar. This means you really have to focus on making sure you hit through the middle of the ball, especially if you're wanting to use the stick to play passes and make use of that high power transfer on the reverse edge. Once you have adapted to the thinner reverse edge, it gives you fantastic control over the height of the ball and real precision of where you are striking and exactly how much elevation you're getting. So once you get used to this stick, it is fantastic for shooting on reverse. It gives you pinpoint precision, and you can hit the ball to hit bottom corner, top backboard, or even into the top corner with confidence, knowing that if you get a clean connection, you have absolute control over where the ball is going to end up. And with that high power transfer, the ball absolutely flies. The extreme low bow profile with the shaved head makes it very easy to get under the ball with this stick. Because of the aggressive bow, the face angle also helps to get under the ball and makes it even easier to get the ball up onto the face of the stick. Once you get under the ball, the grippy touch compound gives you amazing control, keeping the ball glued to the head of the stick as long as you want it to. This makes the stick great for 3D skills, moving the ball around in the air with confidence. The stick's control also makes it great for lifted passes to teammates, keeping the ball under control, especially when you're just lifting it over a stick into space for them to run onto. But the stick is especially good for flicking at goal. The touch compound holds the ball on the face of the stick so that you can accelerate through the ball and absolutely fire it into the net with fantastic power and amazing accuracy. It gives you fantastic confidence when picking up the ball under pressure where you have to fire off a shot quickly. The quality of the flicking carries through with this stick to the overhead passes as well. You can use that fantastic power transfer while getting low to launch the ball down the pitch with great accuracy. I was really happy throwing overheads with this stick and could easily throw the ball over half a pitch accurately to a teammate's stick. The Grippy Touch compound made it so that I could throw the ball high to drop onto their stick or low so it bounced long for them to run onto with great ease. You can also utilise the size of the bow to add more power by rolling the ball up the stick and then whipping it back down from the maximum bow point to generate even more power so you can throw the ball even further. So this is an extreme low bow profile with an aggressive face angle, so it was always going to be a really good stick for drag flicking with. The Grippy Touch compound made picking up the ball a dream as it absorbed any spin on the ball from the trap and allowed you to carry the ball forward in a fluid motion as part of your pickup. Once the ball was moving, it was very easy to guide the ball up to the biggest part of the bow before whipping back down to generate fantastic power. Once the ball got back down onto the head of the stick, the touch compound managed to keep the ball under control just enough so that you could guide the ball into the corner of the goal with accuracy, but without removing much of the power, so it gave you fantastic consistency in both accuracy and power when shooting with a drag flick. Because of the aggressive extreme low bow profile, it was very easy to generate a lot of power late in the drag flick, which meant it was really good for adding deception and wrong footing the goalkeeper while keeping a high power transfer onto the ball. So I was a big fan of this stick from when I started knocking around with it. I was originally worried that the higher weight was going to throw off the balance and make it difficult to dribble with, but the stick was actually really well balanced. There was enough weight to keep the ball under control and ride through heavy tackles, but it was nimble enough that I could move the ball around quickly and beat defenders as they came diving in.
I don't know why I was so surprised by this. Tommy himself is an international hockey player, as is his brother and his dad, who are both Argentinian internationals. On top of that, Tommy has been running real hockey for many years and is obviously a hockey enthusiast and knows what he's talking about.
What I can say is that this stick plays fantastic. It has a nice but unique feel on the ball, and it's really good for dribbling with. And the power balance is superb. It's great for getting off shots on both open and reverse, as well as great for flicking with. If you can get your hands on this stick, I really recommend giving it a try, as I think it is fantastic and it is something I would really recommend to play with.
If you do want to support me further, you can head over to my website, which is bossfhockey.com. You can join as a member there or on Patreon. It starts from just £1 a month. It gives you early access, it gives you bonus entries into giveaways wherever I run them, and it helps me do things like these reviews. Or you can go to bossfhockey.com and you can buy some Boss F Hockey merch. I have t-shirts, I have grips, I have hats. All that money goes towards funding these reviews, getting my hands on more sticks, and getting more information out to you.